University. Sa FEU po kasi ako nag-aaral. Ang mahal daw ng tuition ko, mga ganyan. Okay? Pero, sabi ko nga, di ba words are powerful? So, yun yung isa sa mga parang impression ko rin about myself. Siguro, oo nga, hindi talaga ako matalino, bobo talaga ako. Pero, meron akong isang teacher na hindi ko siya makalimutan. Kasi siya naman yung palagi nagsasabi sa akin, simula elementary ako, kahit high school na nakikita niya na ako, lagi niya akong pinipisil sa pisngi. Tapos sinasabi niya sa akin, ang cute mo talaga. So, feeling ko rin nun, kahit bobo ko, feeling ko, cute ako. Eh ngayon, nasabi ko, yun ang pinaka-importante. Kasi iba rin yung confidence na nabigay sa akin. Pero, kaya ko itong pinapakita sa inyo kasi I would like you to know how my friends, how my network sees me, how they know me. So, ibig sabihin, if they know you as someone na hindi naman talaga matalino, it will be hard for you to what? Earn their trust and earn their respect. Or earn their confidence, di ba? Na sumama sa'yo. So, ito rin, yan, tinatag nila ako, Steve, they were too late, nakatag ako. Sabi ko, saan ako dyan? pag yung mouse mo, tinapat mo, nandun ako sa my skeletal system. Okay? So sabi ko, holy cow, how did I get there? Man, my braces, they're gone. Or naka-braces kasi ako ng time yun. So, yan po yung itsura ko nung college ako.
Cute na.
Okay? So, kahit pa paano may makikita ka pa rin konting cuteness. Diba? So, this is me when I was in college. Okay? So, college, ako, first time na-introduce sa business. So, I grew up, syempre, having a kind of mindset, di ba? Pinalaki tayo lahat, anak, mag-aaral ka na mabuti, pag-graduate mo, maghanap ka na trabaho. So, that was also my dream. Kaya malaking factor din talaga yung environment sa success ng tao. Although, hindi talaga yun yung main. Okay, pero it plays a huge factor. Like for example, if I grew up in a family na ang pinaka-successful na doon, let's say, someone who's making 50,000 a month. So definitely, yun na yung parang benchmark para sa akin. Na 50,000, paglay ko, 50,000, successful na yun for me. Not until my mind gets to what? Be expanded. When I get to meet someone else who's making more than 50,000. So ngayon, BS Applied Math, major in Information Technology, that's the course that I took up. So kaya po yan din yung pinurso ko na course kasi nga, kahit di ako matalino, sabi ko, pag ito course ko, magmumukha akong matalino. So, aminin nyo, baka bang matalino pag sinabing BS Applied Math? Isipin mo kagad, di ba, genius, di ba? Pero honestly speaking, tanungin nyo ako ngayon about math, wala na, nakalimutan ko na po yan. Okay? Kahit ano nag-aaral ako There was one contest na parang sinalihan ko, tapos tinanong ako nung parang nag-register, sabi niya, wow, BS Math ka pala, mga ganyan. Nag-joke lang siya pala. Sabi niya, sige nga, what's the square root of 1? Gano'n siya. Okay, college na po ako nito. Hindi ko nasagot. Dahil parang siguro na-shock din ako na mental block lang talaga. Okay? Kasi hindi ko na-expect na tatanungin na ako. So saan ko nung abang square root na 1? Hindi ko talaga alam. Ang sinagot ko, sabi ko sa kanya, i-search ko po muna sa Google. So sabi niya, grabe ka talaga, ang humble mo naman. So akala niya, just being humble, ha? Kaya yun talaga minsan kapag di mo alam, it's much better to tell the truth kaysa mag-pretend ka na alam mo, tama? O pagkakamalan ka pang humble, di ba? So, BS Applied Math, okay? Pero, as you would see this picture, yusan na po kami niyan, pero this person, Mentor Billy, is the person who really made a huge impact sa buhay ko. So when I was in third year college, hindi po kami close ha. Ang ka-close ko is yung mga batchmates niya. He studied sa school ng church namin. So yung church namin, may sarili kami school, doon siya nag-high school. Third year na siya pumasok doon. So kabatch niya yung mga barkada ko, yung mga kababata ko, sina Coach Paulo, Coach Luke, mamimit niyo sila. Okay? So ngayon, na-invite niya sina Luke sa isang network marketing business. So since they are my friends, okay, sila rin, yung friends ko, in-invite din ako. I was in third year college when I was first introduced to business. Okay, sino sa inyo dito yung first time nyo business? Hello? First time na business in sana. Okay? So, congratulations. Your first time. Okay? Ako, Yusana is already my 4th business. Okay, so, kwento ko muna. First business, 3rd year college, that's the first time I was introduced to network marketing. Sobrang nabaliw ko talaga ako sa kitaan. I met people like, for example, jeepney driver, kumikita ng 6 figures in a week, mga ganon. So I met ordinary people, even students, they are making parang 50,000 in 1 week. Si Mentor Billy, during that time, he was already making about 20,000 per week. So that was around 2005. Okay, so ang tagal na. Okay? Pero, yan yung moment na sinasabi ko na na-expand yung mindset ko. Kasi parang ang idea ko talaga before was to really finish my job and have a career as an IT. And syempre meron akong na-perceive na, na lifestyle. Kasi yung napapanood mo sa TV, di ba? Kunwari yung mga boss, yung mga sa corporate world, yung mga nakaganitong formahan, di ba? Never ko na-imagine na gaganitong forma rin talaga ako, di ba? Kasi na-imagine ko dati, pag nakaganitong forma ako, yan yung may hawak kong attache case. Tapos papasok ako sa building, sa office, naglalakad ako ng ganyan. So yun yung na-perceive ko. Sabi ko, pag sa corporate world ako, after 5 years yan magiging lifestyle ko. Right? Pero, what happened is when I invested in that business, negative din yung dad ko sa business na yun, pero talagang pinush ko lang din talaga sa daddy ko na pahiramin ako ng pera so that I can have money to invest in that business. 1 month after, nagsara yung company na yun. Okay, nilaban ko pa yun sa daddy ko, na parang dumating pa yung point na para lang pahiramin niya ako, sinabi ko sa kanya, di, pag ito hindi mo ako piniram, parang mo na rin sinira yung kinabukasan ko. Ganun, may halong pagbabanta na sa mga magulang. Kaya pag naalala ko yun, sabi ko, grabe talaga, no? Totoo kasi talaga eh, when you want something really, really bad, you will do whatever it takes. So that was the moment I felt na my friends were talking all about business, yaman na sila, yung mga ganun, yung mga pangarap, mga ganyan. So sabi ko, ayokong ma-left out. Kaya pag hindi ako naka-join dito, pag yumaman sila, it is something that I will really regret. Kaya nilaban ko siya sa dad ko. Pero, eventually, my dad was right, pero hindi ko pa rin yun nire-regret. Okay? Kasi right now, as I look back, I would always get to really say that that was really the time my mind was open to the possibility of really being able to live the lifestyle of my dreams. Kumbaga doon ako nagkaroon ng medyo clear na path na if there are opportunities like this that helps people live the lifestyle of their dreams. Kaya, one of my favorite quotes, okay? Sabi nga dito, a mind stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimensions. So sabi rin niya ni Les Brown, once the mind of a person has been expanded with an idea or a concept, it will never be satisfied to going back to where it was. So kaya ngayon, pag iniisip ko yun, kahit na nagsara yun, yung company na yun, and nagalit ako ng kay Mentor Billy. Sabi ko sa kanya, parang feeling ko, scam niya ako, niloko niya lang ako. So, nung pumunta kami sa office ng company na yun, pagdating ko nakajari na yung mga salamin. So, pagdating ko doon, I knew that the company there's something wrong na about the business. So, kinausap ko ni Mentor Billy. Sabi niya sa akin, Narinig pa kayo? So sabi niya sa akin, bro, in-explain niya kung ano yung nangyari. Pero sabi niya, bro, huwag ka pag-alala. May bagong company na magbubukas. Okay? So, pero dahil na-disappoint ako sa kanya, hindi ako sumama sa kanya dun sa business na yun. So sabi ko that I was in 3rd year college during that time. Sabi ko, I would just rather finish my studies and eventually pursue na lang my career sa corporate world. So, ganun pa rin yung mindset ko. Pero somehow, subconsciously, pumasok na sa isip ko talaga yung idea na pwede akong yumaman talaga or business ako talaga yaman. Kaya, what also helped me strengthen my decision na if after college, I'll really pursue business was when I had my OJT. So, incoming 4th year, nag-OJT ako sa may RCBC, sa may Makati. Okay? Lahat ng mga kasama ko doon sa work, pag kinikilala ko na sila, pag nakakausap ko sila, tinatanong ko, kuya, gano'n ka nakatagal dito? 3 years. Gano'n ka nakatagal nag-work? 5 years. And there are some, talk to 8 or 10 years. Pero after namin mag-work and uuwi na, most of them kasabay ko, papunta sa mga terminal and magko-commute pa uwi. So, di ba parang meron na ako na perceive na lifestyle ko na after I graduate college, I'll pursue the corporate world, and yun napipicture out ko nga na nakaganito akong suit, maglalakad ako sa Makati, mga ganun, tapos papasok ako sa work, may drive na akong kotse. Sabi ko, these people have been working here for quite a long time. Sabi ko, that's going to be also my future. Kasi sabi nga, if you want to know your future sa isang bagay na ginagawa ko, check mo lang kung sino yung mga tao na una na sa'yo doon. Although there's nothing wrong about it, but if that's something that you don't want for yourself, then don't pursue it. Tama? So sabi ko, this is not something I want for myself. And that's why, eventually, parang na-form na sa mind ko na after ko talagang graduate ng college, I really find something or an opportunity or a business na pwede talaga akong kumita ng malaki. Okay? So, that's when I started to really dream big. In short, kung babalikan ko yung moment na na-invite ako doon sa unang business na sinalihan namin, that was when my mind was, sabihin natin, anong tawag doon? Na feed siya ng information na pwede kang magkaroon ng ganitong klase ng lifestyle. So, kung ako tatanungin nyo, right now, what's also really important if you want to succeed is you have to really know ano ba talaga yung gusto mong lifestyle para sa sarili mo, para sa family mo. Kasi, as I get to, this is one question that I always usually ask the people that I get to talk to, which most of the time, I catch them off guard. Ano yung gusto malaman kung ano yung tanong? Okay. Ito yung tanong. Tinatanong ko sa kanila, where do you really see yourself 5 years from now? Okay? So, ngayon, some of you, isipin niyo yung tanong na yun, do you really have a clear picture or a clear plan on where you should be 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Sad to say, most people doesn't really have. Kasi bakit? Ang mindset nila is bahala na. Diba yun yung isa sa mga negative na mindset or culture ng mga Pilipino. Tama? Yung bahala na, sige, kahit ano na lang mangyari. Okay, pero yun pa lang, yung time na yun, I already have that kind of picture of the lifestyle that I would want to have for myself. So, ngayon, marami kaming businesses na pinasok. Okay? After na ng college, never na po akong nagtrabaho. So after college, kaya po hindi ako nagtrabaho kasi one thing that I really hate is waking up early in the morning. So with regards to my health condition, po talaga ako healthy. Okay? So makikita niyo naman sa picture na to. Yan. Ako po na brown, medyo malabo lang. Okay? So, hindi po, sakitin po ako before. Share ko lang to hindi ko to nasi-share palagi eh. Pero when I was in college, nagkaroon po ako ng cough infection, yung parang tuberculosis. Pero na-treat siya, okay? Kaya somehow, ganyan po yung itsura ko. Sobrang sakitin ko po before. Okay? So, ngayon, after college, marami po kaming pinasok na businesses ni Mentor Bill. Di ba, galit nga ako sa kanya noon. Ang history kung bakit ulit kami nagkasama sa venture sa business because my brother joined a network marketing company doon ulit sa Philippines and I thought of Mentor Bill. Sinali niya kasi ako sinali ako ng brother ko. Sabi niya, to, i-enroll kita, bahala ka kung tatrabuhin or hindi. Sabi ko, sige. So, sumama ako sa kanya in one of their events. Nabaliw ako. Right? Tapos sabi ko, i-invite ko si Mentor Bill. May kakilala ako. Babawi ako doon. Kasi inisala ko doon. Iisahan ko naman siya ngayon. So, I thought of Mentor Billy. So, in-invite ko si Mentor Billy. He came to Antipolo for the presentation. And nung time na pumunta siya sa Antipolo, he was already driving his own brand new Nissan Xtrm, color black. So pagdating niya doon, na-surprise ako. Sabi ko, bro, saan galing niyang kotse mo? At sabi niya, Caleb, nalala mo yung sinabi ko sa iyong company. Di ba remember? Doon nagsalayo na sila namin, sabi niya, may bago ako. Hindi ako sumama kasi na-disappoint nga ako sa kanya. Pero sabi niya, doon galing yun. So to cut the long story short, instead of me convincing him to join my brother's business, I was the one convinced to join his business. So yun yung second network marketing company na joinan ko. Sad story is, after 1 month of joining, nagsara yung company. So lagi akong huli. So, ito yan. Meron din isang lesson na natutunan ako doon as I try to really analyze yung past ko on what helped me really stay or pursue business. Kasi during that time, when I joined that company na, ang business kasi niya is load. So, the name of the company is Xtrm. So, ngayon, ang dami ng mga load. Trust me, hindi na kayo yayaman sa load. They are just taking advantage of the load kasi nga, it's easier to attract people kasi nga, lahat naman nagsi-cellphone. Pero, the primary way for them to earn pa rin in that business is through recruitment. Okay? So, kaya nakatatlong palit na siya ng pangalan. Hanggang ngayon, buhay pa rin. Antibay, no? Pero, that's our, kumbaga, for me, yun din yung parang isa sa mga goal ko. For me to continuously educate people. Para at least, hindi na din sila maloko. Diba? Kaya maraming nai-scam kasi hindi lang sila properly educated about the industry of network marketing. Kaya you have to be really proud that you are already in USANA. Okay? So ito, ano yung nakatulong din sa akin? Okay, para talaga karirin ko na maging businessman. Nung nag-join ako doon, dahil load yung business, I told everyone sa compound namin, sa church namin, sa lahat ng mga friends ko, college, high school, sabi ko, I am now a businessman. May negosyo ako. Anong negosyo mo? Dealer ako. Dealer ako ng load. Talaga sobrang proud ako. Kaya, di ba naalala nyo kanina, sinabi ko, sobrang proud ako nung nag-isana na ako kasi international na yung business ko. Kasi doon pa lang nga, sa benta-benta lang ng, ay sorry, ito si Chloe ko. Sa benta, sinasali yun, di ba? Nakasalaro niya, yung mayaman. So, sa pagbibenta pa lang ng load, feeling ko big time na talaga ako. Kaya my mom was really actually laughing at me during that time. Kasi parang bata pa talaga ako eh. Yung meron akong kahon, na pag may naglo-load sa amin, niliipon ko doon, sabi ng mami ko, magkano ba talaga kinikita mo dyan? Sabi ko, basta yaman ako dito. So every person that I really get to talk to, friends, relatives, lagi ko talaga nababanggit, yaman ako. So ngayon, as I would really try to recall, that helped me become successful. That's one of the things that helped me become successful. It's because I declared to everyone na yaman ako. So ngayon, ang tanong, sino dito ang gustong yumaman? Tama? So lahat tumasa kamay, okay? So kung gusto niyong yumaman, simula ngayon, you have to declare. Okay, hindi mo naman kailangan ipagsigawan. Pero my point is, whenever you talk to people, whenever you talk to friends, share them about the vision na someday yayaman ako. And that's the reason why I'm sharing you this one, because I want you to be part of this journey. So some people might think that you're crazy and you're too ambitious. Pero kung ako pa rin tatanungin, every successful person, kaya sila naging successful, it's because it all started with a dream, and it all started by having an ambition. Kaya nga sabi ni Les Brown, favorite ko siya ng motivational speaker, sabi niya, most people fail in life not because they aim too high and they miss it. The reason why people fail in life is because they aim too low and they hit it. Pero ito yung pinakamalupit. Kung bakit talaga hindi nagsasucceed ang karamihan ng mga tao. Sabi niya, and many people don't aim anything at all. Tama? So, ako parang I have that goal, I have that dream. Sabi ko gusto kong yumaman. And I declared to everyone. So how did that somehow help me? Okay? Become successful. Kasi, eto yan, kapag alam mo, na-declare mo na sa lahat ng alala mo, na yayaman ka, parang meron yung impact psychologically sa iyo eh. Na iniisip mo ngayon, pag hindi ako yumaman, pagtatawan ako ng mga kilala ko. Or pag namatay na ako pa rin yung usapan, pag naalala ko ng mga kilala ko, yun yung maalala na sa akin, yun yung sabi yaman daw siya, di ba? Pero hindi naman yumaman. Tama? So every time I get to think of that, parang hindi ko siya matanggap sa sarili ko na I would see friends, I would see my friends, and eventually, whenever I see them, ito sasabihin nila sa akin, o ano, mayaman ka na ba? Sino sa inyo naka-experience ano? Okay, if you have somehow experienced that, I'm telling you, it will give you the motivation. Kasi ito nangyari. Nung nagsara na nga yung company na pangalawang joinan ko na business, okay? Since I've already declared to everyone, nayaman ako sa business ng loan, I'm a businessman, okay? And nagsara. Hindi ko masabi sa kanila na wala na yung business ko. Ngayon, blessing, sabi ni Mentor Billy, bro, huwag ka mag-alala. Okay? May bagong company na, there's a new company that will open up. And it's the same. So, magkaiba lang yung owner, ang nagtayo ng company is one of the top income earners ng previous na company na yun. So, why am I also telling you this? It's because that's when you're really going to appreciate Usana. Kaya pag sinasabi, minsan yung ibang mga bagong distributors, hindi na na-appreciate eh. What's the difference of Usana? We would always say it's Dr. Myron Wins. Hindi nila masyado yung ma-appreciate. Kami na-appreciate namin yun. Kasi every local networking company that you will find in the Philippines, if you will ask kung sino yung may-ari, it's either a businessman or a networker. There are new companies that are opening up right now. Pero yung mga nagtatayo na yun yung mga nag-away sila ng may-ari, magtatayo. So, I'm not telling you this para sirain yung industry ng network marketing, but I'm telling you this so that let's work together, given the company, the opportunity that we have to educate people so we can really change the name of the industry of network marketing. Okay ba yun? Yes! So yun, saan na ba ako? Yung pangatlo na, okay? So yun, hindi na ako nagpahuli. Pero I never told my friends na nagsara yung company since same din yung company na papasokan namin. So sabi ko, since eto, isa na ako sa mga mauna, I'm gonna go big. So itong friend ko na to, in this picture, yung nakakap, may kita nyo, nakakap to. Yan. Okay. O basta yung nakakap. Siya yung friend ko from the US. Sabi ko nga, kahit ganito yung itsura ko, I was still convinced, I look convincing pa rin pala. Kaya minsan nasasabi ko, wala rin talaga yan sa itsura eh. Minsan it's the way you talk eh. Kapag narinig ng tao na what you're telling them somehow makes sense, they are wise enough to know that it makes sense. Tama? So I explained to him yung concept ng business, minamindset ko na siya about kay Robert Kiyosaki kasi IT rin siya. Sobrang laking tulong din kasi talaga sa akin ng book na yun. So how many of you have read Robert Kiyosaki's book, Rich Dad Poor Dad? Okay. Sa lahat ng mga hindi pa nakabasa ng book na yun, don't worry, wala po akong royalty income sa libro na yan. So in the Philippines, one of my habits is every time I would go to the bookstores, I would really buy all the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. Kasi ni-stock ko siya sa condo, ni-stock ko rin siya sa kotse. Why? It's because every time I have new distributors, so sinasabihan ko sila na basahin nila yung libro na yun, after 1 month or 2, hindi pa rin nila napabasa. So yung iba sasabihin sa akin, Mentor, sige, bibili ako. After 1 month, magkita ulit kami, nakabili ka na ng book, ay Mentor, hindi pa ako nakakabili. So kaya ginagawa ko ngayon, pag may bago, paying 368 pa siya ngayon eh. Dati 299. Paying 368, meron akong libro. O, ito. Tama? O, alam niyo bakit? O, to those who haven't still read that book na yun, yung mga hindi nagtaas ng kamay, I'll tell you, leaders, okay, after this, kahit sabihin natin sa kanila na bumili sila ng libro, after this week, baka hindi pa rin yan 100% may libro yung mga yan. Pero sino rito gusto yumaman? Taas kamay. Tama? Okay. Ulit-ulit, sino rito ang gusto yumaman? Yun! Okay, excited dapat, di ba? So, gusto niyong yumaman, that's one of the books that I really strongly encourage you to read. Rich Dad Poor Dad. Hindi ako mahilig magbasa ng libro. Pero sabi ko nga, imagine niyo, pag nakakita ko ng mga medical students, di ba yung mga nagme-med school, yung mga nursing students, grabe yung mga libro na binibit-bit nila. Tama? Sabi ko, ang tindi, tiyaga nila, binabasa nila yun. Makikita mo sa Starbucks sa Philippines, basta yung mga coffee shop, ang dami nakatambay doon, basa ng mga pinofotocopy. Sabi ko, ako kung tutuusin, isang libro lang talaga na nakatulong sa akin yung mama. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Kasi doon nabago yung mindset ko. Kasi ito lang yung tumatak sa isip ko why I never really pursued employment na. Sabi niya kasi, if you're going to work hard anyway, there's no job na you won't really have to work hard. Every job, every profession, whatever it is, ang isa sa mga puhunan mo talaga is hard work. So since you're going to work hard anyway, sabi niya, why not work hard on a business? It's something you own, it's something you can pass on to generation to your kids. Tama? Sabi ko, hindi ako matalino, pero wise ako. So sabi ko, that makes so much sense. At the end of the day, what's the primary reason why I am studying? The reason why I am studying is so that I could find a good job after studying. Kasi having a good job will entitle me to what? Earn good money. Tama? So in short, ang bottom line din ng pag-aaral is para kumita ng malaki. Kumita ng maganda. Okay? So, ngayon, I was able to convince my friend to invest in that business. So he invested $500,000. I was 23 years old during this time. So imagine niyo to. We were so young, we didn't know anything about business. Sobrang risk takers lang talaga kami ng MentorCaleb. We see an opportunity, although syempre hindi pa kami ganun talaga masyadong educated, but we would just always go after. We would just do it. Okay? Kaya nga, sabi ko nga, lahat ng mga companies na ginoin na namin before, we never really quit. Yung mga kumpanya lang yung nag-quit sa amin. Okay? So, think of this. 23 years old, bawal ako sa utang. Nagsara yung company after 1 year. So, yun yung pinaka-sobrang rock bottom ko sa buhay ko. Sa I would recall. Na dyan yung time na I was actually questioning God. Di ba gano'n naman minsan, kapag wala ka na masisi, si God talaga yung sisi mo palagi, di ba? Wala na eh. Parang, Lord, di ba, bakit po yun na yan mangyari sa akin to? Di ba? Ang isang kina-question ko sa kanya talaga before, sabi ko, anak naman ako ng pastor. Sabi ko, mabait naman ako. Sabi ko, bakit minsan kung sino ba yung mga masama dyan sa labas, sila yung binibless mo. Tama? Pero, sabi nga ni Steve Jobs, di ba, you cannot connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect the dots looking backward. So, ako, right now, as I look back, yung pinakwento ko sa inyo, doon ko na ako connect yung mga dots. Doon ko naiintindihan why those things has to happen. Okay? So, one of the lessons that I've learned from this, yung experience ko na yun, is this one. God is allowing us to go through certain circumstances in life. It is not because He wants to punish us, gusto niya tayong parusahan, gusto niya tayong pahirapan. But it's just really because He wants to change something in us. So, ibig sabihin, if you're going through a certain problem right now, or you're in a certain situation right now, okay, na kunwari may problema ka, nahihirapan ka, don't look at the problem, but look at what is it that God is telling you to change. Kasi nga, if you won't change anything, you will continuously be in that situation. Diba? Kaya sabi ni Jim Rohn, sabi niya, our life only gets better not by chance, but by change. Kaya sabi ni Albert Einstein, di ba? Insanity that you're expecting a different result, but you're doing the same thing all over again. Okay? So, I remember posting this was 2010. So, shinare ko ito kahapon or the other day kasi lumabas siya sa feeds ko, di ba? So, kung titingnan ko talaga lahat ng nangyari sa amin in the past, so it's really a series of what? Failures. So, failure after failure, di ba yung parang, siguro kung ang team song na lang sana para sa amin, hindi na natuto, di ba? Pero, There's no one in this planet who at some point in their journey has not failed. Every famous inventor has failed, every world leader has failed, every successful band has failed. But a failure is not a person who fails. A failure is a person who does not bounce back. Unstoppable people know that each failure brings them a step closer to achieving their dreams. And right now, as you are already working on your USANA business, expect that you will face or encounter a lot of failures as well. Even if umaattend na kayo ng trainings, you will still encounter failures. Mentor Billy, the mentors in the Philippines, even up to now, we are still, sabihin natin, continuously learning and improving. There are still some wrong decisions na nagagawa rin namin sa organization, which would actually, parang meron isang field kami na event, mga ganyan. Pero, that's somehow what teaches us. Okay? So, we learn from it. Sabi nga, every failure brings us a step closer to achieving our dreams. So, wag lang talaga kayong mag-quit. Kaya I was invited to do a talk sa church, sa school namin, kasi alumni dun sa school. Sabi ko nga, 2 medal lang ang meron ako noon. Loyalty award, elementary at saka high school. Pero imagine nyo right now, I'm the one giving a talk to the top achievers sa school during the recognition day. So yun yung isa sa mga nabaliw sila. Sabi ko kasi sa kanila, in life, wala naman talagang failure. Meron lang talagang nagkukwit. Tama? Tama. Basic NDO yun, di ba? Pero sa kanila, grabe, wow! Grabe lang pa kanila, di ba? Sabi ko sa sana basic na training lang yun, di ba? Pero it makes so much sense. Kasi kahit ako way back in college, I failed so many subjects, pero kaya nga may tinatawag na summer, di ba? So masipag kasi ako mag-aaral. Gusto ko kahit summer, nag-aaral ako. So yun. Pero the bottom line is because I did not stop, I did not quit, I kept on trying, I still got my degree. Okay? So BS Applied Math with major in Information Technology graduate po ako. Okay? So, paano mo naitawid yun? Tiyaga lang. And discard. Okay? Alright. So, ngayon, kumbaga, nabasa mo na. Explain ko ba? So, looking at everything that happened to us, to me, that's really one of the reasons why I never quit USANA. Even if there were so many times I was thinking of quitting. It is because of my huge debt. $500,000. So, di ba parang, kung titignan mo, kung nandun ka sa moment na yun, nabuhat ka sa utang, parang curse siya di ba? Nabuhat ako sa utang, parang ganito. Pero ngayon, as I would look at it, it turned out to be a blessing. Because if not because of that debt, okay, I wouldn't really have the motivation to pursue USANA. Okay? So, people succeed the moment they have no other option but to succeed. Every day, during my first year in USANA, never did it not cross my mind to quit USANA. So I would always ask myself this question, is this business really for me? Can I really do this business? Kaya ko ba talagang, lalaki ba talaga yung organization ko? Every time isipin ko yung mga friends ko that I'm actually inviting, hindi walang naniniwala sa akin. So I would always really doubt myself. And this is the truth. Every time I would have my shower, yun yung pinaka-negative kong moment. Ewan ko kung bakit. Pag nasa CR ako, yung pupupo ka, tapos pag shower ka, ewan ko, dun active talaga yung utak ko. Kasi subconscious na lang lahat di ba? Natural na yun So may parang dun ko lagi tinatanong yung sarili ko, I would always really make the decision to quit. Given all the doubts that is entering my mind, sasabihin ko sa sarili ko, hindi talaga para sa akin to USANA. Kukwit na ako. I would really make the decision to quit. But every time I would make the decision to quit, I would always still make the decision to come back. You know why? Sige, quit na ako. So, ano nang gagawin ko? So, isipin ko, mag-apply akong trabaho. Wala nang tatanggap sa akin. 3 years na yung napaglipasan, wala na akong maalala, magayan. Sabi ko, mag-abroad ako. Pag nag-abroad ako, parang karamihan din ang makakala ko abroad, they're really still not living the kind of lifestyle that I want for myself. Sabi ko, hindi pa rin. Saka may utang ako eh. Sabi ko, sana pa rin. Kumita lang ako $1,000 per week. Tapos nasa Pilipinas ako. After 3 to 5 years, kahit 5 years, at least 5 years, bayad ko yung utang ko. I hit gold director on my second year in USANA. 2.5 years, bayad ko yung utang ko. Tama? Did I make the right decision? Yes. Kasi nga, I have no other choice. For me, I didn't have any other option. Okay? So, hindi ko naman sinasabing gusto niya mamasay sana, mag-resign kayo. Tama? Pero, if you want to really succeed, you have to look for something that can really help you achieve the kind of lifestyle that you would have, you want to have for yourself. So, that was the time we joined na USANA. So, ito yung famous namin na picture. Mentor Billy, okay, nasa right side niya. So, yung kanina, yung sa story, yung may yung namatay because of an accident, yun yung younger brother ni Mentor Billy. So, yun yung nasa dulong left side, si RJ de la Fuente. So, Mentor Billy, RJ, then ako. So, siya yung upline ko. Siya yung isa sa mga talagang tumulong sa akin. That's why when he got into an accident, he died. So, yun yung story, si Mentor Billy, he got so depressed, yun yung ayaw na niya mag-USANA. Okay? So, yeah. Pero, itong picture na to nakakatawa yan every time I would share this kasi minsan kapag yung first time na pinakita ni Mentor Billy sa Philippines, sa group namin, so nagtatawanan yung mga tao kasi throwback, di ba? Nakikita nila si Mentor Billy, si Mentor Billy, si Mentor Evan, mga ganyan. So, pag tinitingnan nila yung isang naka-white na yan, nasabi lang, sino kaya yun? Mga ganyan. Sabi, narinig ko nasa likod ako lang, sabi niya isa, baka nag-quit na yan. So, hindi nila alam ako pala yan. Pero diba, parang, ito, ngayon, pag naalala ko rin, sabi ko, grabe, no? Imagine mo, ito yung unang-unang picture namin talaga together. Tapos lahat kaming tatlo na founders, naka-white. Tama? So, ang galing lang. Pero ganyan lang, pa-t-shirt lang kami sa office, as in mga totoy, mga bata, mga ganyan. Okay? So, ngayon, ayan, nag-iusana na rin po ako nito. So, imagine niyo, ito, famous tong picture na to kasi lagi kang ginagamit sa slides ko. So, itong dalawang to, batchmates ko po yan nung high school. I was actually trying to convince them to listen to the presentation. So, nung gabi niya, sasabi ko sa kanila, bro, makinig kayo, may business ako, i-share ko sa inyo. So, sinasabi lang sa akin, ano ba talaga yung business mo? Sabi ko, health business, health products. So, sasabi lang sa akin, sige ka, pag-healthy ka na. Saka po kami presenta. So, hindi ko talaga sinarepresentahin yan, okay? So, ngayon, nakaisang oras na ako, no? 1 hour na, 1 hour.
Okay lang po.
Go. So, hindi. On time ako eh. Ginawa ko na slide. Diba? So, kaya ako pinapakita sa inyo to, so that most people kasi who gets to meet us right now, they would always have that kind of impression na, no wonder kung ba't successful kayo kasi ang gagaling nyo magsalita, kumbaga may pera na kayo, tama? Tapos, marami kayong kakilala, pero what they don't know is kung ano talaga yung status namin na nag-USANA kami. It's really the exact opposite. Na we could have had all the reasons not to do USANA kasi we would tell ourselves, this is not really for us eh. Hindi tayo fit, we're not fit for this business. Number one, kailangan credible ka sa business na to. Pero, ang isang lesson, kaya ako rin ito pinapakita sa inyo, kasi some of you would get to see yourself like that. Na parang, I don't have what it takes. Or, some of you, may katabi ka, na mukhang that person, tingnan mo na katabi mo, if that person looks like he has or she has what it takes to succeed in USANA.
Yes.
Tingnan mo nga yung katabi mo. Tingnan nyo.
Meron naman.
Tingnan mo yung ngiti ha, tingnan mo yung ngiti. Kung yung hindi, medyo nakakaloko. Parang ibig sabihin, hindi nyo nakikita niya what it is. Okay, pero, that is not important. Okay? Kaya sabi ko nga, even if we didn't have what it takes, that's why you can never really judge someone. You can never really judge a person. It's because every person has the power to make a decision to change themselves. Okay? You cannot judge them based on who they are right now. Okay? Kaya kasi sinasabi kasi if you met me 8 years ago, baka isa rin ako sa hindi mo sinama sa prospect list mo. Pero, di ba? Okay. So, ngayon, syempre, as I was already doing yung sana, this is where all the lessons na i-share ko sa inyo. Okay. So, 1 year, I had no results in the business. Yung major talaga na results, wala. I would earn $100 in 1 week. 6 months po akong believer. Okay, January 2009, may hit yung rank na believer, pero I stayed as a believer for 6 months. And I rank advanced on my 7th month to builder, and I stayed as a builder by rank, okay, not by solid income, by rank. Okay? For another 6 months. So that whole year, wala talaga akong masyadong kita sa isama. Pero, kung i-analyze ko, ano ba talaga yung naging major reason? Kung bakit on why I really didn't make big results on my first year in the business. It is because I had too many doubts. So some of you here, you could have already been with you sana for a year, iba sa inyo 2 years na, iba 3 years, iba months pa lang. Okay, pero why aren't you making big results pa ngayon pa lang? I would somehow say, baka meron ka pa kasi talagang kahit minsan maliit lang na doubt. Kasi ito, share ko sa inyo. Most people, ito yung notice ko. Okay? Most people are afraid to give their 100% effort in sana because they are not sure if they will really end up living the lifestyle of their dreams. Or karamihan ng mga tao, kaya sila hesitant. Okay? Naibigay yung 100% nila sa sana kasi sasabi nila, Mentor Caleb, kasi hindi ako sure talaga kung yayaman ako sa sana. Okay? Hindi pa nga sure. Pero hindi rin sure kung hindi siya yayaman. In short, it's uncertain. Alam niyo kung ano yung sinasagot ko sa kanila? Gusto niyo malaman? Yes! Okay. Sabi ko sa kanila ganito, yun na nga yun eh. Kaya mo nga mas kailangan seryosohin yung sana. Kasi bakit? Hindi ka nga sure kung yayaman ka. Sabi lang, bakit nga mentor? Sabi ko, sa trabaho mo, di ba sure na hindi kayo yaman. Sabi, oo nga, mentor. Sabi, yun nga problema sa trabaho mo, alam mo na sure na eh. Tama? Sure na may income, pero sure na hindi ka yaman. Pero yun yung binibigay mo yung 100% mo. Sa'yo sana, hindi nga sure kung yaman ka, pero hindi mo binibigay 100% mo kasi hindi sure. Pero you'll never really get results unless you give it your 100%.
Tama!
Tama? So, hesitation brings failure. Sabi nga, just do it anyway. So in short, yun yung kailangan ma-eliminate talaga sa lahat. Yung minsan yung mga questions, yung mga doubts, yung mga fears natin. Pero yung fear, usually doubt lang din yung nagko-cost niyan. Okay? So sabi nga, sinare ko sa mga leaders kagabi, most of the crucial shots, kunwari sa basketball, o kaya in any sport, okay? Or even in driving, yung mga accidents, ang nagko-cause niyan is what? Hesitation. Tama? Kunwari nagdadrive ka yung, ako ba mauna ako? So, alam mo yun, nag-hesitate ka, eventually, mas lalo babanggaan. Sa basketball, yung crucial na yung shot, pag nag-hesitate yung titira na, siya talaga yung titira kasi bago niya itira, yun yung mga kung sa movie, nag-i-stop muna, tapos ang bilis mag-process ng utak, pag na-shoot ko to, pag hindi to na-shoot, yung na-analyze, di ba? So, yung hesitation na yun yung nagkukos kung bakit minsan nami-miss yun. Shock. Do you somehow believe in it? Tama? Hesitation. So ngayon, ako rin, I had too many hesitations. Pero ito yung mga nakatulong sa akin and I hope makatulong sa inyo ngayon. So I will now start with my training. Oh, di ba may 58 minutes pa, okay? So what helped me eventually eliminate my doubts, which caused my hesitations for going all in? So for me, number one, okay, I'll go a little deeper muna ngayon. Okay, kasi most of the time, this is not the topic na gusto pag-usapan ng mga tao. Okay? Pero minsan, ito kasi issue sa karamihan ng mga tao. So, sabi ko, number one, you really have to know your purpose for acquiring riches and wealth. So, kung ako tatanungin, syempre, ayaw kasi natin minsan mabansagan na, di ba, parang pag masyado kang yung mga goals mo, yung mga material goals mo, di ba? Minsan sasabihan ka ng mga tao, you're too materialistic. Tama? So, for me, ito yan. Somehow, for some, I don't want to use this term, pero narrow-minded people, okay, they just see people going after their goals, whether material goals man yan, as someone na materialistic. Pero for me, ganito ko siya analyze. Pwedeng sa umpisa, it may look like I'm just after the material things. Okay, tingnan muna natin siya ng mababaw, ha? Okay. So, kunwari, bibilin yung Corvette, gano'n. Okay, so kunwari, Corvette, bibiliin ko siya. So, to some people, once I get to achieve that car, okay, material yung goal ko, agree? Yes. Sa kanila, parang it's about the material things. Pero, this is what's behind it. Sabi ko, what's important is not just really that material thing that I was able to achieve, but it's the things that has changed in me. The skills that I was able to develop, the mindset that I was able to change, the attitude that I need to develop then or change, or the discipline order for me, or that, ito na lang, to summarize, I need to be the right person in order for me to have that material thing. So bottom line, it's not just really about the material thing, but it's what that, it's how that goal developed. Ganun ko siya tignan. Okay? So, ngayon, pero syempre, mas maganda pa rin, ikaw mismo, alam mo rin, ano ba talaga yung primary purpose mo for wanting to really become successful. So, syempre, magkakaiba tayo ng religion dito. Okay? And I respect that. Pero, for me kasi, I've been really brought up na I know that the reason why we're here on earth, we're not just here to parang just enjoy it, diba? So our purpose for being here is also for the glory of our Creator. Okay? So sabi nga, Proverbs 3:9, honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So one of our purpose for really striving, okay, to become successful, to acquire riches and wealth, it is for us to be able to use that for the glory of God. And number two, to raise and support our family. Okay, so nakalagay, I'm just citing some biblical verses, okay, kasi dati ko yung nagturo sa akin nito. So malaki yung naitulong nito with my foundation, kasi, mamaya, explain ko yan. So 1 Timothy 5:8, sabi niya, but if any provide not for his own, okay, like for his own family, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. So ibig sabihin, kaya rin tayo yung trabaho, lahat naman tayo rito, agree? It's for us to also be able to provide a good life for our family. Right? So, yun din yung isang reason. So ako, every time I would really think of having my own family, so that maybe that's the reason why I'm still single right now. Hindi kasi parang, when I really get to think of having my own family, I know it is a very serious thing. And I want to really be prepared for it. Okay? So, yan. And syempre, to love and serve others. Kaya, money raw is not the root of evil. It is the love for money that is the root of evil. And si Brother Bo, I've learned this from him, sabi niya, the ultimate purpose of wealth is to love others. Kaya, meron kasi, sa amin kasi, sector namin, yung pera kasi minsan, ayaw yan masyadong pag-usapan kasi masyado daw siyang makamundo. So I'm actually meeting some people that they are telling me na, Mentor Caleb, kasi parang sa church namin ganito eh, parang pera-pera, mga ganyan. Sabi ko, ganito na lang. To summarize, sabi ko, kung ikaw, mabait ka na tao, okay, righteous ka na tao, okay, ka-Diyos ka, dapat, i-goal mo na mas lalo kang maging successful. So that the resources will go to the right person. So yun yung encouragement ko sa inyo. Kung sinasabi mong mabait ka, the more may goal mo na mas maging successful so that the resources will go to you, so it will go to the people who will use it properly. Tama? Okay. So, syempre, you also have to have the right perspective about riches and wealth. So, hindi masamang yumaman. Kaya ako itong minsan dinidiscuss din, let's admit, there are some people talaga, kasi nga, they have the wrong perspective about riches, na parang pera, masama, there's nothing wrong about really wanting to become successful. Sabi sa Bible, diba, if you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask Him? So, minsan kasi, sabi nga, di ba, ask and it shall be given. Sino rito ang anak ni God? Tama? So, ibig sabihin, we have a big God. Kaya, sometimes, the size of our dream then reflects the size of your faith sa Diyos mo. Tama? Kasi if you have a big God who actually owns everything, and sabi nga niyan, if you earthly fathers know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more our Heavenly Father. Ganda ng verse, no? Yes. So, yan yung mga parang promises eh, di ba? So, sabi, every good gift, and remember that every good gift and perfect gift is from above. And cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variables, neither shadow of turning. So, every good gift and perfect gift is from above. Okay? Pero may reminder kasi sa Bible na walang masama sabi natin maghangad, okay, ng riches and wealth. Pero there's just a reminder, sabi, command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. So, hindi masamang yumaman, pero minsan kasi, that's the downside of having so much wealth, na minsan na wawala na si God sa picture. Tama? Kasi you feel so secure. Okay? So, reminder sa ating lahat to. So, regardless whatever religion you have, pero kung kahit sabihin mo hindi siya religious thing, di ba? Parang makes so much sense. Okay? And, ito yung nakatulong din sa akin. So, bottom line, yun yung medyo malalim. Okay? Yun yung parang higher purpose, di ba? So, ngayon, I also was able to set my own principles. So, you have to have your own principles din na pinangahawakan mo. Kasi bakit? There's a saying, stand up for what you believe in because you can fall for anything. Kapag wala kang pinangahawakan ng mga sarili mong prinsipyo, that's the reason why madali kang masway. Na minsan parang may, katulad sa akin, kahit anong sabihin sa akin ng mga tao, na minsan, Caleb, di ba masyado ka ng materialistic, mga ganyan, o kaya masyado makamundo, mga ganyan. Since I know my purpose, I know within myself, no man has the right to judge me, but only God knows my heart. Diba? So that's why I'm not affected sa sasabihin ng mga tao sa akin because I know where I'm standing. And you should too. If you want to become successful, you have to have your own set of principles. So, when we had our lunch, yung growth 50, top growth 50 sa Philippines just recently. So, ang invited namin na speaker doon is si Sir Rod Nepomuceno. And sabi niya talaga, ultimately, there are no wrong decisions. Kasi karamihan din naman nag-iusana, kapag hindi mo pa talaga alam masyado yung business mo, yun yung fear mo eh. Tama? Yung fear mo na kaya ka hesitant na dalhin yung makakala mo kasi natatakot ka mapahiya sa kanila or feeling mo baka isipin nila, niloloko mo sila. Tama? Pero sabi nga, ultimately there are no wrong decisions, business or otherwise, for as long as you don't intentionally cause harm to anyone and you make the decision for the glory of your Almighty. So basta alam mo wala kang naaapakan na tao, wala kang, yun nga, na pupull down na tao, just stand up for whatever decision you actually have for yourself. Okay? So, ito yung isa sa mga principles na nakatulong sa akin after 1 year. Kasi when I tried to analyze ngayon, yung buong taon ko, bakit ba wala rin akong results for 1 whole year yung sana? It's because I was really putting so much blame on so many people. Number 1, I was blaming my family. So sabi ko, bakit hindi kasi nila ako sinusuportahan sa business? Every day yan, they would really encourage me. My mom and my dad, nagkaroon kami ng gap since nag-usana na ako. Pero right now, alam niyo na. Ayoko sabihin, pero feeling ko, ako yung pinaka-favorite talaga. Ina-assume ko lang yun. Pero before talaga, every day when we would have our lunch or dinner, laging discussion namin yan kasi my dad would always tell me, tigilan mo na yan. Ako lang, dahil alam ko yung ginagawa ko, sabi ko, sabi ko, yayaman ako dito. Tapos yung daddy ko, parang talagang, basta tinetest ko talaga yung patience ko na pinagtatawa naman niya ako, ha, talagang maantayin namin. Mga ganun siya. Sabi ko, antayin niya ako pala bro. Ganun talaga, di ba? So, pero sila yung biniblame ko. Kasi sabi ko, kaya hindi ako nagsasucceed kasi they're not helping me out. Sino ba yung isang biniblame ko? Siyempre, may uplines. Mentor Billy. Sabi ko, kaya hindi ako kumikita sa isana kasi hindi ako tinutulungan ng upline ko. So, just for you to have an idea, yung isang side ko, okay, that's team, may isang malaking organization doon. So, ang pangalan ng team na yun is ICON. Okay? Kasi yun yung kakilala ni Mentor Billy. Magkakalala na sila before sa dati pang network. So, nung time na we had the opportunity to present to him yung sana, pinuntahan namin sa Pampanga, ako yung nag-present sa asawa niya, ang alam ko lang nun i-present, Biomega. Biomega lang, lahat ng sakit na tanong niya, Biomega lang yung sagot ko, kaya they call me Biomega King. Kasi ilay na-attendan ko training eh. Diba? Focus on your strengths. Focus on what you know. Ilay alam ko, lahat ng sakit, Biomega. So, I was able to convince her with the products ng Usana. So, eventually, to cut a long story short, they joined. Kaya ganito, after, on my 6th month, di ba 7th month nag-builder ako? Kaya ako nag-builder is because that's the time they joined. So, binanggaan nila yung points ko hanggang sa naubos na yung kabila. Okay? So, after 1 year, when I was trying to realize, sabi ko, I'm blaming Mentor Billy for not helping me out. Wherein, in reality, he has already helped me a lot. Kasi may isa na akong side. So sabi ko, I was somehow expecting him to put someone else dun sa kabila ko. Tama? Which will never happen. Right? And which is something he will never do. I know. Kasi sabi nga, di ba, if you give a man a fish, he'll only live for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, he can live for a lifetime. So, doon ko na-realize, sabi ko, Mentor Billy has already done his part. So why am I blaming him still? That's when I just realized that the only person that is to blame why I'm not making the results I want in this business is myself. And if every one of us will get to live by this principle, trust me, lahat tayo, we will all grow. Lahat tayo will end up really being successful if you take really full responsibility and accountability of your own results. Kaya naka-post po yan sa Facebook kasi even up to now, whatever happens to me, whether may mangyari sa akin masama, whether mayroong magandang mangyari, the only person that's always to blame is myself. Kasi it's easier to blame yourself rather than blame someone else. Kung ako tatanungin nyo, it's easier to put the blame on yourself. Kasi ganito, when you get to realize na ikaw yung may kasalanan, di ba anong gagawin mo? Practical example. Pag nawalan ka ng cellphone, naiwan mo, nalaglag mo. Tama? Di ba, wala kang masisi. Kasalanan mo. Kaya pag kinento mo sa kalalaman, sasabihin sa'yo, ano tawag sa'yo? Alam mo rin di ba? O sabihin mo, engot lang, di ba? O yung worst of third, di ba? Yung letter T, di ba? So, engot lang. Okay? So, ngayon, dahil ganun yung, alam mo, ikaw rin yung may kasalanan, ang bilis mong mag-move on. Kasi wala kang masisi. Tama? So, sabihin mo na, hindi, sige, okay. Pero, iyak ka lang saglit, di ba? O lulok. Pero, nagets nyo? Okay, it's easier to move on when you get to realize that it's your fault. Kasi there's no one to blame, but you will be the one who will take full responsibility of it. And second is this. Eventually, na-realize ko lang talaga, since I'm totally responsible, and everyone should be really responsible for their own life. In short, I am not responsible for your success. So kaya, I somehow came up with this principle din. Sabi ko, I cannot change people. Okay? So ibig sabihin kung, minsan kasi ibang tao, ganun yung feeling nila na parang, although syempre responsibility ko yung success nila, pero if you're really doing everything that you can do, pero that person is still not doing his part, or hindi siya nagbabago, tama? We really don't have the power to change people. Pero sabi ko, we have the power to change and improve ourselves, and as we change and become better, that could somehow inspire others. You could be an inspiration for others to change. So, kaya nakatulong to sa akin kasi mabilis din ako mag-move on. Instead of me focusing on wanting to change something from the people around me, I would show them that kind of change that I would want them to do. So, gusto nyo maging masipag yung downlines nyo? Yes! Kailangan makita nila na masipag talaga kayo. So, somehow, I tell my leaders, you have to really work hard. Pero, it's not just real about telling it to them. Kasi, people don't follow what they hear, but they follow what they see. Tama? Kaya alam niyo yung game ng ilong-ilong, di ba? So, ginawa natin yun yung last time nandito ako sa Singapore. So, whatever it is that you want people to do, okay, you have to be an inspiration to them. Na ma-inspire mo sila to do the same thing na ginagawa mo. Kasi somehow, whenever they get to see you, nakikita nila, may magandang nangyayari sa kanyang results. So eventually, they will also make the decision for themselves. So remember, it is your full-time job changing and developing yourself. Okay? Eto, may sasabihin ako sa inyo. Naniniwala ba kayo na every person has their own set of problems?
Yes.
Naniniwala ba kayo na may problema din ako?
Yes.
Tama? May problema rin ako. Lahat ng tao may problema. Yung iba nga lang, rich problems. Diba? So, pero my point is, every person has their own set of problems to solve. So, since each and every individual here has their own problems, okay, kung ako meron akong problema, ito yung parang, para sa akin lang to, this is how I think. I have my own problem, everyone has their own problems. Why would I bother you? Tama? Bother you para i-solve yung problema ko. Since you have your own problems to solve, then I'll just focus muna on solving my own. Kasi bakit? Whatever problem I have right now, I'm the one who created that. Tama? So, ibig sabihin, if each and every one of us has that kind of mindset, I tell you, sobrang magiging harmonious ng environment, and alam mo yun, everyone is really, kumbaga, striving to really solve their own problems and be responsible for their own results. Okay? This has really helped me a lot. Kasi during that time, yung nag-sink in na sa akin yan, sabi ko, no one is really going to be held responsible sa self results but myself. So, I will just do everything that I need to do. That's the time I started to really go all in. Okay? Tapos, ito rin yung nakatulong sa akin. Expectations. When I started to work on my Usana business seriously, tinanggal ko na yung expectations ko. Sabi ko nga, my goal is for me to just be able to do what I need to do, what I have to do, without expecting anything. So, kung i-apply mo siya sa Usana business natin, ganito lang yan. What is our ultimate job in Usana? Our ultimate job in Usana is just to talk to people about Usana. Share to people about Usana. If they grab the opportunity, good. If not, it's okay. Okay, kaya ganito. Kunwari gusto mo talaga magkaroon ng result, sinasabi ko sa mga bagong downlines, nahirap na sila mag-invite. Sabi ko ganito, your goal should not be the income. Your goal should be the people that you're going to share Usana to without expectations. So kunwari ngayong linggo, sige, di ba gawin niyo to. Ngayong linggo, isipin ko, sino lang yung maprepresentan ko. Ganito tinuturo ko sa kanilang invitation na sabi ko, ganito mo sila invited. Now, friend, meron ako sa iyong i-represent. Meron ako sa iyong i-share. And ito yung promise ko sa iyo. Hindi kita kukulitin dito. Hindi kita pipilitin dito. And never na never ka dapat mag-join. Okay? Kailangan ko lang magawa yung kailangan kong gawin, which is what? To share to you the details or the information. Tama? Kung ako yung prospect mo, ang sarap sa pakiramdam eh. Kasi bakit? Minsan kasi, most of the people that we're actually inviting, they have this feeling na pag meron na kahit no commitments, di ba? Somehow, parang dating sa kanila, ay pipili din ako nito eh. Tama? Kaya minsan, hesitant din sila pumunta. Pero ito, mararamdaman din kasi nila sa'yo. Whenever you're presenting something to them, na alam mo sa sarili mo, you're just sharing it because you're very passionate about it. You know that it's something that's really good. And naramdaman nila yun, trust me, minsan hindi mo na sila kailangan pilitin. Kahit sinabi mo, huwag kang mag-join na. Sila, gusto ko yung maganda eh. Tama? Kasi bakit? You have one reason why people are not joining Usana. Hindi lang talaga nila naiintindihan. Ang daming namin nakakausap even up to now. 3 years, 5 years, 5 times, 4 times sa presentan. The last time na naupuan, na-explain talaga lahat ng details. Grabe talaga yung pagkabaliw nila. And I know there are so many testimonies here as well na sobrang negative minsan ng asawa nila. Nung naiintindihan talaga yung business, talagang yung asawa pa yung mas active. Tama? It happens because hindi lang talaga kasi nga naiintindihan. So, eto rin, I stop expecting from anyone, from my uplines, from my downlines, okay? And even from my family and friends. Basta sabi ko lang, I just need to do what I need to do. And that is to plant the seed. So that was 2010. All I did was to just present Usana. Sa lahat ng alam ko. Richard Tan, I met Rich Tan. Present, tama? Wala ko expectation sa kanya. Tulungan lahat ng mga downlines hanggang sa eventually lumaki yung organization. Kasi ito rin yung nakikita ko na reason kung bakit nasisira yung mga relationships. And this business that we have is a relationship business. So, minsan, when you expect too much from someone, like for example, sa upline, ano nangyayari? Pag hindi na-meet yung expectations, what will happen? Magagalit, magtatampo. Okay? Ito natutunan ko, and ito yung, share ko to sa inyo kasi bakit? This is what I would always share sa lahat ng downlines ko sa Philippines. Sabi ko sa kanila, pag ikaw yung nagtampo, kahit kanino, okay? At the end of the day, ikaw lagi yung lugi. Tama? Kasi ganun ako eh. Parang, when I was trying to recall, during the time na sinisisi ko si Mentor Billy, tatampo ko sa kanya, I wouldn't show up sa office, hindi ako nag-Usana, mga ganyan. Nakikita ko siya, nakikita pa rin siya. Tapos sabi ko, bottom line, di ba? Bottom line, ako pa rin yung lugi. ako yung talo. So, kumbaga parang, this business is a relationship business. If you want to succeed in this business, you practice to have good relationships with everyone around you. Corporate, upline, crossline, downline. Ito kasi po yung belief ko. Okay? Kahit nasabihin kong, let's say for example, Mentor Precious is from another networking company. This is my belief. If she has all the qualities, the mindset that a successful person needs to have, okay? Even if she's from a different company, she will still succeed. Tama? Kahit minsan mga scam, mga local networking companies, hindi mayaman eh. Kasi they have the qualities of a leader. Agree? So kaya ako, ganito yung pananaw ko. Kahit anong company mo, or kahit anong team mo, okay, kaya sabi to ni Jack Welch, one trait daw, or gene, na meron ng mga successful na tao is they just love seeing other people grow and succeed. So, ibig sabihin, minsan kung ikaw may issue ka sa upline mo, or sa downline mo, or may issue ka about ayaw mo mag-succeed yung ibang tao, that could somehow be also one of the reasons why hindi ka nagsa-succeed kasi you have an attitude issue. Tama? Na that's something that pushes people away from you. Okay? Pero ito, sa akin, ganito lang mindset ko. Kahit anong company pa, to tell you honestly, I'm friends with a lot of people, even from other networking companies. I have downlines who did not pursue sana and pursued a different career, pero right now, they are somehow doing well in that career. But I'm still friends with them. And they still recognize lahat ng mga natulong ko sa kanila. So parang ganito, at the end of the day, you cannot stop someone who has the leadership qualities from being successful. Then why just be friends with them? Tama? So, kasi bakit? Kunwari, nasa ibang company yung iba, tapos friends ka sa kanila, hindi pa nagsara, friends kayo. Hindi sa'yo magjo-join, tama? Oo, malipat mo sa isa na. Pero, do you think this is really very helpful? For me, this has helped me so much. Kaya ako wala akong issue sa mga tao around me. Kunwari, sa downline ko, I told him, alam mo minsan yung pinuntahan ko ng malayo, di ba? Tapos tinrain mo, sabi pagbalik, walang nangyari, di ba? Parang grabe. Ako, wala akong issue doon. Kasi at least I know I did my part. Tama? Okay. So, expectations. So ngayon, given all of those things, alam ko marami pa yan. Pero kung i-assess ko, yung mga malaking major na mindset principles na nakatulong sa akin, yun. Okay? Pero, dahil somehow, I know where I stand, I know what I'm doing, this opportunity that I have in USANA is something that is really good. I'm really being able to help people in this business. So wala akong issue. I know what I'm after for. It's not just really about the money. I know my purpose for having that. So simula ngayon, I don't care. And I don't mind about what other people will say about what I'm doing. Kasi sabi nga, when you stop minding about what other people will say, as long as you know you're doing the right thing, then that's when success begins. Kasi, let's admit, a lot of people allow other people control their decisions. Tama? Pero, kaya nga kapag wala kang set of, you don't have your own set of principles, madali kang may sway na iba tao. You can actually sabi nga, fall for anything. So, syempre, the reality is we cannot please everyone around us. We cannot please everyone. Kasi, kahit, nangyayari ba to? Nangyayari na to sa akin eh. Kahit anong nagawa mo, sobrang daming gandang nagawa mo sa isang tao. Magkamali ka lang ng isa, tapos lahat yun. So, ibig sabihin, kumbaga, don't just aim na i-please mo yung mga tao around you. Basta alam mo, you're doing the right thing. Okay? So, kaya, that's what helped me just focus on what I'm doing. And no one can actually stop me from what I'm doing. Kasi I know what I am doing. Okay? So you have what it takes to succeed. And this is the last na gusto kong iparating sa inyo. Given my story, kung tutusin, I didn't really have the skills eh. Hindi ako magaling magsalita. Na-develop ko na lang din to. Kaya nga ngayon, I don't really consider myself as a good speaker. Okay? Hindi. Kasi kung i-level ko yung sarili ko ngayon, syempre, mga malulupit, di ba? Francisco, malayo eh. Tama? Pero, somehow, I improved. Okay? Nag-improve ako na malaki. Pero natutunan ko lang din. And I know there's still so much more to improve. Okay? Practice makes, ano? Okay. Sabi ni Les Brown, wala raw perfect. Practice only makes improvement. Okay? You can always better your best. So this is what I would like each and every one of you to know. You have what it takes to succeed in this business. You're not just really giving it. You're 100% because of so many hesitations, so many doubts. And alam ko, alam niyo yun. Okay? Kaya sinasabi ko rin sa mga leaders ko na minsan kung tatanungin mo lang din talaga yung sarili mo, alam mo yung sagot eh, kung ba't wala ka results sa iyo sana. And one of my favorite quotes from Dr. Dennis Phillippe, sabi niya, it is not what holds you, it's not what you are that holds you back, it's what you think you are not. So minsan iniisip din natin, hindi kasi ako ganito hindi kasi ako ganito eh. Remember, hindi ka rin ganyan noon. So kung iniisip mong hindi ka ganito, ibig sabihin, pwede ka maging ganon if you will just choose to learn. If you will just choose to study. Everything can be learned. Agree? Kaya ako, I'm not a believer of linya ko to, linya ko to, linya ko to. Let's admit, kung ano man yung mga nililinya natin ngayon, malaking factor pa rin dyan yung income. Tama? Kaya mo siya nililinya. Kaya minsan, kung ano yung natapos mo, kahit di mo linya, basta mas malaking income, andun ka. Tama? Okay, so yun. That's what I would like to, all of you, to really get to know within yourself. You really have what it takes to succeed in sana. So ngayon, eto na lang yung nakikita kong reason kung bakit hindi nagsasucceed yung mga tao sa USANA. Kasi I cannot forget what my uncle told me when he joined USANA. He's from the US. So when he studied USANA, sabi niya sa akin, Caleb, USANA, taga-US kasi ito eh, retired na Navy. He's actually 60 plus years old. Sabi niya sa akin, you know what, Caleb? May accent si Uncle, si Uncle Badi. Yun yung pangalan niya talaga, si Uncle Badi. Pero Salvador, yung pangalan niya. So sabi niya, pati yung nickname eh. Ewan ko ba't gano'n? Diba? Pero lalaki yun. Chick ko yun. So sabi niya sa akin, you know what, Caleb? USANA is a no-brainer. Grabe, big word, no? Coming from my uncle. No-brainer. Sabi niya, you don't have to be a genius, for you to succeed in this business. Kasi naintindihan niya yung negosyo eh. You just talk to everyone about it. Ito yung sabi niya. Everyone. Nakakausap niya ako. Everyone. Hindi ako, natuwa ako nun. Kasi sabi ko, grabe, ilaw na ako, malupit. Pero, nasa US siya ngayon. Sabi sa akin, everyone can do this business. Sabi ko, you're right, uncle. Sabi niya, but this is what you should remember. Everyone can do this business, but not everyone will. So if you're asking yourself, can I do this business? The answer is always a yes. Everyone can do this business. So it is not a question of can you do the business. It's just a question of will you do the business. Alright? Okay. So ngayon, kaya, ito yung, kasi sabi nga, if there's one really reason kung bakit talaga, kasi ina-analyze ko lahat eh, ano ba yung reason ba talaga hindi nagsasucceed yung mga tao sa USANA? The first term that I thought of is justification. Tama? Di ba minsan, when we don't have something, we tend to justify why we don't have it. Kaya, ganito ko sasabihin. One experience, personal experience. Before, every time I would pass by BGC, taga-Antipolo ko eh. So BGC, I don't know if you're familiar with that area, pero parang Makati yun, mini Makati na sobrang ganda, parang Singapore. Okay? Mamamahal na mga properties doon. So my friends and I would somehow talk about the properties there in Serentra, 6 million, 7 million, 8 million, gano'n. Studio lang. Tama? Dati na pag-uusapan namin yun, sabi ko sa kanya, bro, never akong bibili rito. Never akong bibili rito. Sabi ko sa Antipolo mansion na yun. Pero in short, somehow, during that moment, I was trying to justify to myself na hindi kasi yan practical. Tama? Pero eventually, when I became a gold director, that's the first investment na investan ko. I invested all the property in BGC. Then I realized, dati sinasabi ko, I will never buy. Tama? Alam mo, minsan na-realize ko, karamihan mga tao, they're just trying to justify why they don't have something. It's just because they don't want to accept the reality that they don't have the money. But if you have, di ba? If you have all the money, di ba? Why not? Kaya nga for me, parang, if you're a billionaire, although kanya-kanya namang trip yan, okay? Basta, so kaya sabi ko, justify. Pero, I have thought of another term, which is rationalization. And this is what I did. I Googled it. Sabi ko, ano ba talaga yung definition ng rationalization? Gusto malaman?
Yes!
Okay. Kung hindi kayo magsasucceed sa isa na, eto na lang yun. You will just try to rationalize things. May 21 minutes pa ako, inubos ko lang. Okay? So, sabi, in psychology and logic, galing ito sa Google, okay. Rationalization, also known as making excuses. Hindi ako lang, define yan is a defense mechanism. Defense mechanism justification, di ba? In which controversial behaviors or feelings are justified and explained in a seemingly rational or logical manner to avoid the true explanation, and are made consciously tolerable or even admirable and superior by plausible means. It is also an informal fallacy of reasoning. Okay? Whatever reason you could actually think of kung bakit hindi ka magsasucceed sa isa na, ang main reason lang, sasabihin ko sa inyo. Ang hirap sabihin. Sige, sasabihin ko ulit. Kabel ulit ako. Sabi kasi ng mentor ko, there are 2 reasons on why people will not succeed in sana. Sabi niya, number 1, Caleb. Kung bakit hindi sila succeed sa isa. Number 1. Bobo lang talaga sila. So, nung narinig ko yun, sabi ko, bobo ba talaga ako? Diba? Sabi, bobo ba talaga ako? Doon sa isa na. Pero ito yung tinanong niya sa akin. Sabi niya, bobo lang talaga sila. Ganun pa. Alam niyo sa sabi nun? Si Coach Jopet. O diba, kung nagsalita siya, bobo lang talaga sila. Sabi niya, pero Caleb, may tao bang bobo? Anong sinagot ko? Siyempre wala. Pag sabi ko, oo, ako na yun. Inamin ko na, di ba? Ako, di ba? Sabi ko, yung pagkasagot ko pa nga ng wala, question mark, sabi ko, wala. Sabi niya, actually, wala naman talagang tao bobo. There are fast learners, there are slow learners, pero even if I consider myself as a slow learner, believe me, akala niyo lang talaga matalino pero for me to learn something, it requires so many repetition para tumatak sa isip ko yung isang bagay. Most of these things that I'm teaching you, what you don't realize is, Les Brown yung favorite ko na motivational video, for 1 whole year, every day I would commute from Antipolo to Makati, pinapanood ko yun. Kaya minsan pag binagsak ko yung quote niya, parang ako yung may-ari ng quote di ba? O, kasi ba, talagang nakabisado ko, internalize ko. In short, that's how I really, I'm not a smart person, I'm a slow learner. Pero yun nga, the difference, sabi ni ni Coach Jopet, ano yung pangalawang reason kung ba't ang tao di talaga nagsasucceed? Tamad lang talaga. So, ibig sabihin, tamad. So, walang bobo kasi bakit? Maraming graduate ng school. They have awards, medals, pero most of them, they admit to themselves, di naman talaga sila ganun ka-smart, masipag lang sila mag-aral. Tama? So, going back, diba? Ito ngayon. Sabi ko, you may come up with the most valid excuse on why you won't become successful in Yusana or in this business, but at the end of the day, whatever that excuse is, even if it's valid excuse, that is still the main reason why you're not going to be successful in this business. So it's either you make excuses or you make things happen for you in this business. So what do you need to do now? So that's just it. Ganun lang din ginawa ko. So after 1 year of really analyzing what's the reason why I'm not really making results in this business, and I realized that I have what it takes to succeed, I'm not just putting in the effort. So that's when I made a decision. Sabi nga ni Jim Rohn kasi minsan, what's the reason din kung bakit hindi ka rin, okay, hindi tayo, kasama na ako, okay, hindi tayo gumagawa ulit ng decisions para mag-grow. So the biggest enemy of success is what? Comfort zone. Agree? So ibig sabihin, if you're comfortable right now, minsan that's what's stopping you from really achieving more in this business. Kasi okay naman ako eh. Pero ang isang nakita akong reason kung bakit yung mga tao successful, kaya sila successful, is because they don't just think of their generation. Sabi nga, may quote ako nabasa dyan eh. Parang normal people plan for Saturday night or Friday night. Successful people plan for 3 generations. Tama? Agree? So, tanongin mo yung sarili mo. Kung ano ba yung pinaplano mo. Tama? Yung para yung week lang or you have something long-term na pinagtatrabuhan mo. So, when we talk about decisions kasi, ganito siya. For me, what also made me decide is because I was already in a situation wherein I really need to make a decision. It's because I was already pissed off with the results that I have. Kaya sabi ni Jim Rohn, disgust. Once a person gets to the point na he's disgusted with his current situation, that's the only time he will decide. And that's the reason why most people are not making a decision, is because they're not disgusted with what they have. Pero minsan, hindi mo naman talaga, wag mo nang antayin na dumating ka sa point of disgust. Pero instead of, kumbaga, putting yourself at that point, why don't you just think of, ano ba yung mas maganda pang pwedeng maibigay or ma-achieve mo if ever you will make a decision right now. Okay? And second, you have to start setting a goal. So I'll share to you, that year, 2010, that was really the time. I sat down, I talked to myself, what do I really want to become 5 years from now? I don't know how it's going to be possible, but basta I just had the confidence and the belief within myself na I can do it. Eventually, it will just show up along the way. So ito yung goal ko. Sabi nga, why do you need to set a goal? People will go succeed because they know where they are going, and it's as simple as that. Okay? It gives you a sense of direction. Okay? So ito yung unang-unang article ko sa Yusana. I was already a goal director during this time. Pero 2010, before ako nag-gold, when I decided to work on my business, ito na yung plan ko talaga. So, kung babasahin niyo dito sa baba, okay, hindi na kaya. Pero doon sa medyo babang part, sabi dyan, I know that we all deserve to have the best that life has to offer. We just need to work it out. I want to retire at the age of 30. I was 25 years old. That was my second year in Sana. I was 25 years old. Doon ko sinabi sa sarili ko, gusto ko talaga, I want to retire at the age of 30 with 1 million passive income. Hindi ko na sinulat yung 1 million dyan. Pero that was my goal. Retire at the age of 30. There are some leaders here who have told themselves that they will retire at this rank, mga ganyan. Pero it never happens. Okay? Pero sabi ko 30, gusto ko retire. So, doon ako nag-goal. Ito. I hit Diamond Director. Kasi alam ko Diamond yung para at least dun sa goal ko. That was my goal for Diamond. Pag hit Diamond, na ako mag-retire. I hit Diamond in April of 2014. I turned 30 October of that same year. Sabi ko, hindi ko talaga alam how everything, alam mo yun, unfolded. Pero sabi ko, it just started with a goal, with a dream, a goal, and I made the decision to really go all in. Diba? Nakabaliw, no? So, ngayon, syempre, if you will start to work on your goals, that's the time you should check ngayon your list of priorities. Kasi malaki may tutulong nito. So ako, I'm a firm believer na you cannot really solve all your problems sa lahat ng aspect ng buhay mo all at the same time. Hindi. Meron at meron talaga minsan munang compromise and set aside. Pero for me, sino rito ang mga single? Taas ang kamay. May mga single pa ba rito? Yan. Okay? So para sa lahat ng mga single, habang single ka pa, kung ako sa'yo, mas prioritize mo na rin muna, di ba? Yung career mo or yung finances mo. Kasi, sabi ko lahat halos ng aspect ng buhay ko, okay? Number one, ito kasi titignan nyo. What will somehow affect all the aspect ng buhay mo? Number one talaga is what? Ano sa tingin nyo? Number one is health, syempre. Tama? If health is wealth ka eh. If you're suffering from any sickness, affected lahat eh. Tama? Work mo, relationships, and all. Tama? So, pangalawa, ano pa yung pangalawa? Money. Finances. So, let's admit, those two are, kumbaga, hindi sila yung main, pero they play a huge, parang, ano ba yun? Meron silang, yun, role, yan. Connected sila halos sa lahat. So, sabi ko, pero ito, hindi nga health yung priority ko before. Kasi, finances eh. Pero as I focus more on my finances, that's the good thing about you sana. Kasi as I was working on my business and I was already earning, eventually, ma-attend ako ng training, nakikita ko yung products na para sa ganitong health. Ito, dapat yun ang i-goal nyo. Right now that you're here in Sana, your goal is for you to earn in the business so you can enjoy more products of Sana for yourself. Tama? Kasi yun talaga yung yaman natin sa Sana. Kahit yumaman ka rito, pag nagkasakit ka, baliwala rin. Sabi nga, no amount of money can make you happy when you are in pain. Pag broken-hearted, di ba? Wala, di ba? So you have to set your priorities. I don't know, pero based on my experience, that's what I did. Sinet kong priority ko muna. Kasi sabi ko, pag naayos ko yung finances ko, so parang I made, walang successful na tao. Okay? Share ko na to. Walang successful na tao na hindi nagsakripisyo. So kaya minsan, when you're trying to set your priorities, meron ka talaga dyan munang masasacrifice. Okay? Pero, kunwari, ako, I have made some sacrifices with regards to my time with my family. Pero right now, whenever I want to just be with my family, wherever we want, pwede. Kasi, one of the principles that I was also holding on to before is whatever it is that you want to have more of or enjoy more of in the future, those are the things that you must be willing to sacrifice muna for now. Ganun talaga eh. Lahat ng gusto mong magkaroon ng marami ka in the future, yun muna yung hindi mo enjoy ngayon. If you have to have more time in the future, then hindi mo muna may enjoy time mo ngayon kasi you have to invest your time to build something that can help you have more time in the future. If you have to have more money, you need to invest your money. Investing your money means you cannot spend your money, that's sacrifice. Pero why you're investing? So that you can have more money in the future. Tama? And yun yung dalawang pinaka-importante which na resources din natin. Time and money. The most important is time. Pero bakit walang time yung tao? They don't have the money. Kaya, when people say I'm working too much, kasi sabi lang, Caleb, parang what's there for you to prove? Sabi lang, laki na ng kinikita mo, but ang busy-busy mo pa rin. Kasi for me, sa kanila, ang pera lang. Pero for me, money na ngayon right now is time. I don't look at money as just money. I look at it more as time. Okay? Kasi isa sa goals ko by 2018, yan, dideclare ko sa inyo. In short, di siya nagpapaalam ako. So, 2018, nakalagay na yun sa plan ko, I'll just spend 1 whole year, I'll just travel the world. Okay, so, kaya, na-enjoy ko yung creation ni God. Ano? It depends. Alright? So, ayan, kumbaga, always remember, there will be failures, there will be struggles, there will be sacrifices. As you start na palang to list your priorities, meron ka na mag-sacrifice dyan eh. Pero, sabi nga ni Mentor Rich, di ba, sometimes you have to give up something big for something bigger. Okay? And, syempre, sabi nga kanina, di ba, hindi nyo pa rin pwedeng maalis sa equation yung hard work. Okay, sabi ko kanina, ang reason kung bakit hindi nagsasucceed ang tao sa isa na, it's because tamad. I get offended sometimes whenever someone gets to talk to me and sinasabi sa akin, Caleb, ano para sasabihin? Swerte ka dyan kasi nauna ka eh. Okay, pag mga ganun, hindi ko inaaway. Pero, na-offend ako, pero kinikip ko lang yung sarili ko. Pero babalatan ko yun. Babalatan ko lang yun. Sabi ko, you cannot say na sinuwerte ako rito kasi nauna ako. Kasi bakit? To tell you honestly, marami akong kasabayan noon, nauna rin sila, pero hindi sila successful. Swerte rin sila, nauna sila eh, tama? But why didn't they end up being successful in this life? It's because of the many sleepless nights, the hard work, the sacrifices that I was willing to put into the business for years. Kaya di mo masasabing, swerte ako kasi nauna ako. Kasi hindi mo nakita yung lahat ng effort na nilagay ko sa negosyo na to in order for me to get the results. So tanggalin nyo sa isip niyo yung swerte kasi nauna sila. Tama? Swerte kasi magagaling sila. Sabi nga doon sa convention, when we attended the convention sa Singapore, the opportunity we have before is the same opportunity that you still have right now. The results, the formula for success in sana is results is equal to effort over time. Tama? So, kung iisipin nga, Mentor Lawrence and Precious have been in the business for how many years? 5? 5 years. Going 6. Ako, 8 years, going 9. Nauna ako sa kanila. Pero why is it? Mas malaki income nila sa akin. Tama? It's because they have put in more effort during that 5 years. Okay? Pero, high-five tayo. Yeah. Right? So, walang pinagkaya ba yung opportunity na ngayon? So, kung isipin nyo, huli na ba kayo? Ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Kasi kung makalala ko, sabi sa Mentor Caleb, bro, hindi ba huli na ako? Sabi ko lang sa kanila, bro, lagi kang huli kung wala kang sisimulan. Diba? Why? This is what I'll tell all of you. If you're thinking of kung huli ka na ba, 5 years from now, come back here in December. We will introduce to you someone who just newly signed up. Okay? Tapos alis ka ulit. After 3 years, balik ka. That person will eventually become gold or ruby or whatever. In short, there will still be people who will join in the future. Yung sana still in the business for 25 years, ang dami pang hindi nakakala. O para magburan na sa isip niyo yung may mabibentahan pa ba ako, mabubus ba yung bibentahan ko. Sabi ko na nga lang, Tupperware. Sa Pilipinas ilang taon na. Tama, ang Tupperware, hindi mo naman ginangat nga, tama? Hanggang ngayon, they are making billions. Direct selling kasi ang Tupperware sa Philippines. Hindi pa nalalagpasan ng Yusana ang sales ng Tupperware sa Pilipinas. Yusana Philippines, ha? Content. Tigat na ito. Tupperware. Hindi consumable, di ba? Okay? So, work hard. Okay? So, I'll just show you some photos of us when we were starting. So, ito yung picture namin, yung nasa taas, Mentor Billy, Mentor Rich Dan. Yung picture na yan, okay, that was around 3 a.m. 3 a.m. or mga 3:30 a.m. So, parang nilagay kong comment man dyan yung pinost ko yan sa Facebook. Sabi ko, we rest for 5 minutes. Okay. Then, parang sa 5 minutes na yun, we have already made so many plans for our future. So, dyan lang kami lagi nagbabaliwan ni Rich. Kasi kami yung parang time na yun, nagmo-momentum pa lang yung organization. Pag wala na yung mga downlines, kami talaga yung first and last. First to enter, last to leave. Kaya marami kayo maririnig ng mga stories before na minsan yung mga pakwit na, pero sila yung mga nakakausap kasi namin, mga ganyan. Sila yung nakabanding namin hanggang madaling araw. Yung tipong 12 o'clock na, nandun lang kami sa Makati, nagkukwentuhan. Magpapalaman kami, mga 1 o'clock na. Sabi mamaya, lumipat na kami ng lugar, nagkukwentuhan na naman ulit kami. Kasi we were really so, parang talking so much about yung plans, yung dreams, yung future. Which is already what's happening right now. Tapos ito si Mentor Ivy, Mentor Sheldon. That was during the time we went to Australia. Yan yung unang-unang international travel incentive ko. I was a gold director pa lang. During that time, sila Ruby na. Downlines ko sila. Okay? So, pero in short, kami, yung sinasabi namin minsan na joke, nahataw lang talaga ang pahinga pag sa mga incentives o sa mga travel. Literal, ito kami, ganyan yung itsura namin pag nagta-travel. Tapos ito ako, birthday ko yan, okay, nandiyan lahat ng mga downlines ko, ako sobrang pagod ko. Tulog ako sa sofa namin, di ba? Ito si, okay, ito, picture na to, birthday ko yan. That was my second birthday na yun sana. Okay? Unang-unang birthday ko, that was the saddest birthday of my life kasi wala akong friends. Kasi pag nag-start ka na talaga minsan mag-business and gusto mo nang yumaman, liliit na yung circle mo. Lalo nag-iusana ka. Di ba parang sasabihin mo, grabe, wrong decision yata nag-iusana ako kasi simula nang nag-iusana ako, doon na ako nawalan ng friends. Tama? Hindi. Simula nag-iusana ka, somehow nakita mo, sino yung true friends mo. Okay? Pero, hindi naman yung basihan talaga ng friendship. Okay? Pero ito, sabi ko, pag sa mga leaders ko, kapag lumilit na yung feeling mo, lumilit na yung mundo mo, kasi parang feeling mo wala. Lalapit ka pa lang, nagdi-disperse na yung mga tao, di ba? Mga ganun. So, sabi ko, dapat mas lalo kang matuwa pag feeling mo lumilit na yung mundo mo. Alam niyo bakit? Kasi maliit lang ang mundo ng mayayaman. So, ibig sabihin, you're already becoming a part of that circle. Maliit lang yung population. Tama? Okay, so, ngayon, at yung second birthday ko, kasama ko niyan sina Mentor Rich, medyo malabang doon sila sa likod, yan si Mentor Ivy, si Mentor Sheldon, and the rest of the people who are in this photo na hindi nagstay sa Yusana, pero all of those who stayed in Yusana, si Coach Arnie nandun sa dulo, Executive Gold, 1,250 yan, 1,250 kahit walang gawin. Downline niya sina Lichelle, Yambaw, mga basta mga diamonds na rin. Tapos, nakikita niyo yung picture ko, yung medyo autistic yan. Kasi bakit? Yung unang birthday ko, sobrang lungkot ng birthday na yun. That's the time also I made a promise to myself. So yun yung mga moments na talagang sobrang disgusted ka nga, that's the time you will make a decision and make a promise. Sabi ko, this will be the last birthday na malungkot ako. Kaya, yung second birthday ko na 2010, ano na ako niyan? Silver director, and I was already, itong week na to, second week ko supposedly yan ng gold. Hindi lang natuloy. Okay? So, parang nag-$800 sa kanyang week na yan. Dilibre ko ngayon sila Rich. Okay? Pero, in short, birthday ko, sila na yung kasama ko. Ang kasama ko na yung mga family ko ngayon sa Xtrm sa business ko. Okay? So, yan yung mga times na lagi kami magkakasama after sa office, di ba? So, yan si Mentor Rich, nakikita nyo? May bakas pa ng sacrifices. Kasi part-time pa siya dyan eh. So, after niya sa work, usually, didiretso yan sa Usana. So, we will stay up nga to 2 a.m., 3 a.m., mag-uusap, mag-planning, kumantuhan, kumakausap pa rin ng mga tao. Then he will go back to work at 7 a.m. So as in talaga, everyday yun. Kung meron akong isang parang tao na ina-admire when it comes to hard work, that's no other than your upline mentor, Richard Tan. Grabe yan. Kasi ginawa ko nga lang siya dati. Kasi sabi niya, upline, paano ko ba kayo maaabutan? Ginawa ko lang talaga. Sabi, gusto mo kami maabutan? Sabi ko ganito. Pag nagpe-present kami, dapat nagpe-present kami. Pero hindi mo pa kami abutan nun. Kasi paras time pacing eh. Sabi ko, so para maabutan mo kami, kailangan pagkatapos habang nagpapahinga kami, nagpe-present ka pa rin. Sabi ko, gusto mo, maabutan mo kami. Gusto mo kami lagpasan. Oh yes, upline. Sabi ko, dapat pagising pa lang kami, nagpe-present ka na. Natutulog kami, nagpe-present ka pa rin. Oh, niliteral na yun. Yes, upline yun, mabait yun. Pero grabe, it all paid off. Okay, first year niya yun sana, that's about 3.4 million total na nakita. First year yun. Diba? So ito yung mga throwback. Napakita ko na sa mga throwback pictures para makita nyo kahit yung sana na, hindi pa rin kami mukhang convincing. Pero kung kilala nyo to, that's Mentor Jerlyn Santayan. Okay, she's a general director right now. Si Mentor Jerlyn, sa call center siya nag-work, ito yung unang retreat namin sa Xtrm. Ako yan pag walang wax. Ako yan. So, si Mentor Jerlyn, pinag-uusapan natin dito. Yung time na yan, retreat yan ng Xtrm. Okay? Actually, hindi pa nga siya Xtrm talaga eh. So, retreat yan, parang yan, Usana. Si Mentor Jerlyn, for her to be in that retreat, nagpaturok siya ng, basta sinasabi niya may migraine daw siya, nagpaturok siya ng gamot para lang makakuha ng medical certificate para maka-absent siya sa work. Talking about whatever it takes, di ba? Pero that actually helped her make the decision na seryosohin yung Usana because of that event. Okay? Kaya kung ako tatanungin, minsan yung mga ganitong klaseng events like this are life-changing events. Okay? Tapos ito yung mga time na nasa office kami, yan, si Mentor Ivy, si Coach Arnie, tapos ito na yung, ano na ako nito eh? Silver Director, silver pala. Okay, yan o. December ba yan? O September? Feeling ko September yan. O basta, mga ganun. Okay. Yan yung si Mentor Jerlyn ulit, di ba? Ito yung itsura ko noon. Okay. Bakit nataka kayo? Ba't sobrang itim ko noon? Kasi kakagaling yung year na yan yung nag-qualify ako sa travel incentive din na, ano na ba yan? Mga around 2011 na yan. Nag-qualify ako sa incentive na Shangri-La Cebu Mactan. Yun yung unang-unang travel incentive ko sa Usana, literal. So kaya talagang in-enjoy talaga namin, sinusubuhan ako ni Mentor Billy ng pagkain. May video niyan, nasa YouTube ni Mentor Billy. Sinusubuhan niya ako ng pagkain. Tapos bilang kami sa harap. Tapos ito yung unang Christmas party ng Xtrm. So this is the team of Mentor Rich Tan. So my team under Mentor Richard Tan. Yan lang kami una, 2010. Right? And the first event that Mentor Rich Tan insisted na gawin. So that was at the Dome. Si Jerlyn, grabe payat, no? Walang sustansya talaga pa, di ba? Yan kami. Pero lahat ng mga nandyan sa picture na yan, lahat yan. Yung iba, may isa, dalawa. Mga tatlong hindi nagtuloy. Lahat yan, executive gold pataas. Kaya yung sinasabi namin, matira, mayaman. Tama? Okay. So, ngayon, sabi nga, even if there are so many sacrifices, so many sleepless nights, hard work, okay, puyat, lipas ng gutom, At the end of the day, if you know the value of what you're really working hard for, you can honestly say, someday you will tell yourself it's worth it. And I know every leader here who has given their 100%, no one would actually say na hindi siya worth it. Everyone I know would say that it's all worth it. Kasi, ako tatanong, gusto pa ito sa inyo. Ito yung unang car sales na Xtrm. Gusto mo rin? Pwede bang i-play yan? O, dito ko siya ipipindutin. Yan. Unang car sales na Xtrm. Guys, Alex, yung pag remember bilhin natin, ganda ito scan lang yan. Yan yung malupit ka. Oo. Ito na. Oo. Oo. Yan ang muna handshake. Oo. Wow! Di ba nakakaiyak? So, kung makikita nyo lang talaga, sobrang nakakatawa kami before, pero hindi namin naisip yun kasi sabi namin, ang bangas natin. Bako tayo. Pero right now, as we try to look back, di ba, parang kaya hindi namin dinidelete yung mga ganyan. Kasi that is to show all of you kung paano talaga nagsimula yung Xtrm or need your looks man, di ba? Kaya minsan ganun yung mafe-feel mo eh. Pero sabi nga, lahat naman, eventually, pwedeng mag-improve. You just have to start at something. Okay? So, pero ito na yung, kasi mahilig ako sa kotse. Yan. So, ito yung second car ko because of Isana and my latest. Yan. So, yung Chevrolet Corvette. Diba? So, kaya nga, actually, yung daddy ko, yung bibiliin ko to, ayaw niya. Sabi niya, parang huwag ka nang bumili. Diba? Parang hindi mo na kailangan, you don't have to prove anything. Sabi ko, I'm not actually trying to prove anything. Sabi ko, that's just my dream. Pero yung maganda kapag pera pa di ba? And right now, I'm actually buying my dad a second car. So, bibilan ko ulit siya ngayon ng Mazda CX-5. So, pero what's also good about you, son, it's not just only you who gets to achieve your results. It's why it's also worth it. It's because you will not be able to achieve what you want unless you also get to help someone else get what they want. And ngayon, ang hindi mababayaran sa akin ng pera, and that's what's motivating me to do more of what I'm doing right now. Hindi na talaga yung pera lang. Okay? Hindi na yun yung number one. For me, it's yung satisfaction. Yung fulfillment na nakuha ko. Ito. Ewan ko maintindihan nyo, pero some of you might have already had this experience na naging part ka, sabihin natin, yung journey ng isang tao, nakita mo yung success niya. Like for example, when Mentor Ivy and Sheldon had their wedding, alam mo, naging saksi kami ng lahat ng events, major events sa buhay nila, mag-asawa, mag-boyfriend pa lang sila kasi because of Isana, nung nabili nila yung bahay nila, trust me, hindi talaga ma-explain yung joy. Na once nandun kami, tapos magkakatabi kami, titignan namin yung bahay. Grabe, no? Ganun lang talaga kami, grabe. Imaginein mo, dahil lang, kaya sasabihin nila sa akin palagi, buti na lang, Caleb, buti na lang talaga, tsinaga mo ako nun. Kasi 7 p.m. ko presentan si Mentor Ivy, natapos kami 1 a.m. She was so negative. Kaya she would always say, buti na lang, tsinaga mo presentan nun, kasi kung hindi, I wouldn't be living this kind of lifestyle. Okay? So sabi ko, sana more than the reward, it's the fulfillment that you get when you see the people around you na alam mo you played a huge part or a huge contribution in their growth and in their success. Hindi mabayaran ng pera yan. Okay? And masarap din is you're also being able to create not just a teammate. We don't consider Xtrm as a teammate. It's really a family. Kung alam nila what's really happening within the leaders of Xtrm 111, walang family na hindi nagkakaroon ng conflicts, sama? Pero ito talaga yung difference na Xtrm. Other teams, we've been hearing them na minsan dahil nga nagtatampor, kaaway-away, mga ganyan. Eventually, magbubuo ng sariling team. Papansinin nyo, ever since, Xtrm lang yung talagang solid sa isa. You know why? Why? It's because more than the money that we get to earn in the business, we value more the relationship, the friendship. Nag-aaway-aaway kami, Mentor Billy. Kinuwento ko nga sa mga mentors sa mga mentors, dalawa sila eh. Ay, mga future mentors. Kinuwento ko sa kanila, late nila, Mentor Billy and I, the founders, hindi kami friends pala sa Facebook. Yung mga ganung level, yung mga may nag-unfriend, mga ganyan. Okay, pero eventually, parang when we talk things out and we realize na pride lang minsan, di ba? We will value more yung relationship, yung friendship. And naging malaking blessing yung trip nila Mentor Billy, nila Mentor Precious Lawrence sa Uganda. Kasi when Mentor Billy came back to the Philippines, that's ang laking eye-opener pala sa kanya. So nag-apologize siya sa amin, sinabi niya sa akin, at sa si Eman, at sa lahat ng mga leaders na nag-apologize siya, sabi niya, he realized that life is too short. Life is too short and you should value more the relationships that you already have. Okay? So, pero yung mag-travel, ito yung pinakamasarap din namin na travel yung unang, I think second na to, na convention sa Hong Kong. So we all went to Disneyland. So we hope yung next na convention, medyo may iba naman para ma-enjoy nyo naman, di ba? Sa Korea ba? Hindi. Dito pa rin. Masaya dito, di ba? Kaya picture tayo lahat sa Universal Studios, di ba? Enjoy yun. Okay? Kasi sabi nga, hindi naman yun yung lugar, but it's the people you're with. Diba? Okay. So, yun yung... Pero, ito yung recent na experience namin. So, together with Mentor Lawrence and some of the elites dito, when we attended Mentor Richland's wedding in Japan. So, imagine niyo, hindi ko kakilala yan. Pero, that's what I've been saying. Sometimes, the people whom you don't actually know at all will make the biggest impact sa buhay mo. Okay? I don't know Mentor Rich. We just met here in Sana, pero right now, we're like brothers. Okay? Napagkakamalan nga kami. Right? Pero, hindi. Di ba? Hindi. Okay? Dito pa. So yeah, yung wedding niya sa Japan, sobrang saya nun. Kasi, parang, that is his third wedding eh. So, he married the same woman. Pero ang masarap doon yung, alam mo yung nagiging part ka talaga ng buhay ng mga tao dito sa business. And not just being part, nakikita mo na yung part na yun kasi maganda yung nangyari sa kanila. Okay? So kaya sobrang saya nitong wedding na to. Andiyan sila Mentor Precious, Lawrence, andiyan sila Coach Gio, basta dito kami lahat. Okay? Kahit sobrang ginaw. Pero ito yung hindi mababayaran ng pera. Okay? Yung bonding, yung relationships. So, yan yun sa... This was the first time, actually, it took me 5 years for me to fully convince my dad to get his confidence in Yusana. That Yusana is really a good company. That's when I brought him with me to sa Asian Cruise, travel incentive na yung growth. Okay? Ito yun. So, Shanghai, China, kasama yung daddy ko doon. Pagsakay pa lang namin sa barko yun, yung nasa taas na picture, amaze na kagad yung dad ko sa barko. Yung tipong pagsakay namin sa elevator, kasabay namin si Mentor Paul Christian. Sabi ng daddy ko kay Mentor Paul Christian, grabe, dapat sa lahat sa Pilipinas nag-Yusana. Parang sabi ko, tama ba yung narinig ko? For the first time, di ba? Pero dyan, kasi kaya nabaliw yung dad ko kasi more than 1,500 na delegates ng USANA, all expense paid by USANA. So dun nabaliw sabi ng daddy ko, ang laki ng kumpanya nyo. So sabi ko sa kanya, actually matagal nang malaki. Right? Pero the second year, nag-qualify ulit ako sa travel incentive, so nag-selos pala yung mom ko, so I brought them both. Sa Bali, Indonesia naman to. Pero ito na yung last, I'll close with this. Sakto, 6 o'clock. Okay? Sakto ako, ano? Time, on time? Yan, very good. Parang pa kanya naman. Diba? Pero one thing that I really get to appreciate the most sa lahat ng mga sacrifices ko in the past is the time that I can also get to spend with my family. So first time namin mag-travel outside the country ng Philippines, so we went to Dubai. Kasi my brother, yung eldest namin, siya nagpa-pastor doon sa church doon sa Dubai. So we wanted to spend the Christmas holiday na magkakasama kami, hindi sila makakauwi. So we decided na kami na lang pumunta. Kasi to, hindi talaga namin plan mag-Israel. As in, walang plano yan. Pero after nun, yung parang nag-decide lang po, mag-Dubai na rin tayo, malapit na sa Israel, mag-Israel na rin tayo. So, we stayed for 7 days, nag-Christmas kami sa Dubai, another 7 days, New Year, doon kami nag-New Year sa Israel. So, my dad is a pastor, so that's one of his dreams talaga. Siyempre, he's been talking about the Bible, so sabi niya, at least he wanted to see kung where Jesus really lived, yung the promised land. So, kumpleto kami dyan. Kasama yung pamangkin ko, yan, yung anak ng brother ko. So, makikita niya yung ngiti ng dad ko, yung mom ko. As in, nung travel, there's a big issue sa relationship ng naming family, especially one of yung brother ko, with my parents, na doon na-resolve sa Israel. Kaya, nagmamature yung mga tao. Kaya ngayon, sobrang blessing talaga yung travel namin sa Israel. Pero, parang isipin mo, kailangan pa ba mag-Israel para pag-usapan yung mga bagay na yun. Pero minsan, kailangan may mga certain locations, di ba? Places na doon siya mas convenient na wala kayong choice kung pag-uusapan niyo lahat ng mga bagay. Pero, one thing that I also appreciate is, my dad is 7 years old, my mom is 67 years old. When we were traveling around Israel, puro lakad yun. Pero sabi ko, sobrang lamig kasi winter eh. Sabi ko, buti na lang talaga may USANA. Kasi at their age, they're still being able to travel with us. Pag na-meet niyo yung dad ko talaga in person, and even my mom, you wouldn't really say na they look their age. They look way younger than their age. Most of the people, pinagkakapansin na sa mga around 50s na. Okay? So, ito yung walled city sa Jerusalem. So, picture kami. So, tas yung, ang tawag dyan, wailing wall, yung mag-pray. Tas, family picture sa Jerusalem with my pamangkin. Yan. Pero, sabi ko nga, lahat ng sacrifices ko before, of that being able to spend time with my family, right now, it's all worth it. Na, eto rin yung pinakahuli. Kung sino pa yung mga number 1 na nag-negative and nag-discourage sa akin before, still, they are the people who end up being blessed, or sabihin natin, who are also enjoying the fruits of my business. So what's the lesson? The lesson is this. There will be so many discouragements around you. Pero ako kasi noon, kahit sabi ko, kahit dinidiscourage ako ng family ko, the reason why I need to strive and to be really successful in this business, because I know once I become successful, they will also be the people who will benefit the most. So in short, they are still the reason. Kahit sila rin yung reason kung bakit ako nadi-discourage sa business. Pero they are the reason why I should really become successful. Okay? So the title is, It All Started with a Dream. Pero syempre, it should never just start with a dream. It should end, or you should end living the dream. Okay? So I hope meron akong mga na-impart sa inyo, mga bagay na pwedeng makatulong sa inyo in making the right decision. Kasi kung meron man ako may tulong sa inyo, it's just that. Kung ano yung decision. Kasi you are totally responsible and accountable sa sarili mong results. But don't worry, you have the entire team, the system that we have already built in Xtrm 111 to somehow support you in going after whatever it is that you want. So maraming salamat and God bless you. Thank you.